Hi everyone, Vindicator Jones here. Today I'm going to show you the benefits of long-range smuggling and trade missions and how they can be used to generate loads of credits to help you build up your bank balance. Now I'm sure that some of you, if not most of you, know about long-range smuggling and trade missions and have heard how lucrative they can be. Perhaps some of you have already been doing these runs and you probably already know everything you need to know. But for those of you who don't know or are not sure how to get started, I will go through this step by step. First of all, if you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, long-range smuggling and trade missions are missions you can pick up from the bulletin board from systems 300 to 400 light years away from the bubble. They can pay anything from 1 to 11 million credits per mission, depending on the cargo quantity. Smuggling missions are more riskier than legal trade missions and will often increase the chances of being interdicted, but each mission is only a few tons of cargo, which means you can stack more of them. Legal trade missions are much safer but often take up much more cargo space. The trick here is mission stacking. The more missions you can load up with, the more credits you'll make per run. So you have a choice really. Smuggling missions equals more risk and more rewards, while legal missions have less risk and less rewards. Depending on how much cargo space you have, you can expect to make anywhere from 5 million credits per run to over 50 million credits per run. In my Imperial Cutter, just doing standard long-range legal missions, I can get around 50 to 60 million credits per run. There are numerous places you can go in order to collect these missions, but the big three are Aditi, Sothis and Seos. Depending on your location within the bubble, they are around 300 to 450 light years away. But before you strap yourself in and head out into the black, there are some things you should be aware of. First of all, think about your build. Get it set up for maximum jump range and cargo capacity. You will need a decent fuel scoop, but if your funds are tight, try purchasing a Class B fuel scoop instead of a Class A one. They are usually significantly cheaper and only a little bit less efficient. Build for speed, don't skimp on thrusters or your power distributor, unless you're in a particularly slow ship like the T9. Even then, I would still gladly sacrifice a small amount of jump range for the best thrusters and distributor. Load up with mines. Mines are your best friend. If you're in a T6 or a ship with only a few Class 1 hard points, purchase shock mines. They do less damage but will push the enemy ship off course, giving you more time to run away. Know your Interdiction Checklist. Practice it, learn it, become one with it, cuddle it, snuggle with it, enter into a long-term relationship with it. I cannot stress this enough, it can be the fine line between a successful run and an expensive rebuy. If you don't know your interdiction checklist, please watch my other videos on interdictions and mining interdictions. Links are in the description. Remember, if you have not been to these systems before, your reputation will be low, and you most likely won't be able to pick up any of the higher paying missions. But don't worry, just be aware of it and be prepared to do a whole bunch of data missions in these systems to help build up your reputation when you get there. We will look further into that a bit later in the video. Okay, we're almost ready. Strap yourself in, double check your loadout and plot a course for your selected system. Just make sure you have ammunition loaded up for your mines if you have just installed them, as I've accidentally left space dock with new mine launchers but no mines. A quick tip from me for those who only have single monitors and can't watch videos while flying, there are some handy tools you can use that will allow you to watch YouTube or downloaded videos over the top of Elite Dangerous. Both Chrome and Firefox have abilities to pin the window to always be on top using extensions. I will leave the links for these in the description. I don't have any for Internet Explorer, but seriously, are you still using Internet Explorer? If so, well, you probably deserve it. If you're using Windows Media Player, just click View and then select Always on Top. You may have to run Elite Dangerous in borderless mode to get this working, just check your display settings in the game. If you haven't done any long-range travelling before, make sure you monitor your fuel usage. There are times when you may come across a string of unscoopable stars. Try and filter out the unscoopable stars in the galaxy map so that you can adjust your course if you're getting low. The class of stars that are scoopable are O, B, A, F, G, K and M. A good way to remember it is O be a fine girl, kiss me, or O be a fine guy, kiss me. Whatever floats your boat, I ain't judging. And that's it, hit that launch button and take off. I'll head over to Seos and catch up with you guys on the other side. Okay guys, here I am in New Dawn Station in the Seos system. Now, the first thing you probably want to do is build up your faction ranking. If you're not fully aligned to one of the factions here, you will need to build it up. Now, the best way that I think you can do to do that is to stack up on a whole heap of data delivery missions, pick them up, take them to your delivery point, pick up a whole bunch more and bring them back, and slowly build up your rank that way. So if you could, well, you can see here for the Federation, got quite a few data delivery missions there, and to Sothis, which is about 10 light years away. And you should be able to stack up with a few of these. There we go. Oh, not that one. A few of these and take them to Sothis. Now, when you get to Sothis, you should be able to pick up a whole bunch of these again, return back, and you'll slowly start to increase your reputation. Now, you can do this with the other factions. There's none here at the moment, but they do pop up. So that's your best way probably to get your faction rating up. And when you get to around cordial level, you should be able to collect all those higher paying missions. Okay, it's time to collect some missions. Now, I only have very limited cargo space. Because I'm only in a T6, I think I only have about 86 tons of cargo space. I'll just double check that. Yep, only 86. That's because I'm missing one of the cargo racks. As you can see here, there's two good missions here, which I could pick up if I was in a much larger ship. These are legal trade missions, so you won't have to worry about getting interdicted so much. But as you can see, there's one there for 10 million, one for 8.5 million. And you'll be able to stack up quite a few of these, especially in a cutter. So that's probably one of the big benefits of being able to do legal trade missions. But they do take, obviously, quite a lot of cargo space. Now I've got a 6 million credit here, which I could take, but that would take up more than half of what I have as in cargo space. And really, I want to try and collect, see, smaller paying missions, but much less cargo space. So I could probably take that if I wanted to, and collect also some smuggling missions, which I might do. It's only 16 units, and it's not going to take up too much of my cargo space. Okay, I'll just try and find some smuggling missions next, and I'll just go here. There's one here available right now, so I shall grab that. There are some things you should be aware of when accepting smuggling missions. The fact is you're going to be generating a lot more heat, not only from pirates, but also authority vessels. Now, in some missions, you may even lose the mission if your ship is scanned. You could also face big fines if you lose the cargo, or possibly even system fines when you're being scanned by authority vessels. So just make sure you read the mission summary first before accepting the job. Anyway, I've accepted this mission. I think I'm now up to about 9 million credits. I'm about half full, I think, so let's double check. So, 24, 3 million, 4 million. 7 million credits. And I'm less than half full, so which is good, I think, of this half and half. Yeah. Okay, well, what I'll do now is I'll try to log out, log back in again, and see if I can get a few more missions to fill up my cargo hold. Okay, trying to have another look for some more missions. Now, what I might do is I might just grab some trade missions just to fill my cargo space up. See if there's any smuggling ones. No, there isn't. That's fine. Should be able to find something here. Oh, there we go. Both going to the same station. I think I might be able to grab both. Or I might be pushing it. I've forgotten how much cargo space I had. So I've taken the one with more credits if I can't take them both. Yep, unfortunately. So I need cargo space of 24. Yeah, I don't have the cargo space. What I could possibly do is dump one of my other missions that is of lower value and pick up the other mission, but I don't think that's the case. Yep, no. I think I'm just going to stick with what I have. I'll just keep it. Oh, that's okay. Well, anyway, I've got 5 million. About 8 million. And about 12 million. Well, probably a little bit over 12 million. That's not too bad. for a run in a T6. So what I will do now is I might take off. I should go to the galaxy map and set my course for the closest drop-off point. Now you should see that most of the drop-off points should be roughly around the same area, usually within a space around about 50 or so light years. Sometimes you might find that some of those drop-off points might be further spaced apart, but it's not often. So you can see here, we're all pretty close together. So what you do is try and pick the one that's closest to your current position and then work on in a line outwards from that position. Anyway, so what I shall do is I shall take off. How many jumps have I got? 22 jumps, which isn't too bad. It's better than my cutter, that's for sure. What I'll do is I'll record my entire journey throughout this trip and get a clear indication of how many times I'm interdicted and what happens when that happens. But don't worry, I'll speed up the boring bit so you don't have to watch all of that, and I'll only show you the points of interest. Anyway, time to take off. Oh, looks like I'm about to be interdicted. Now, I could probably escape by jumping to the next system, or even dragging him into the sun, but I'll let him catch up with me and interdict me so I can go through the Interdiction Protocol. There we go. Now I'm going to submit. Now I've put full power to my shields. As soon as I drop, full throttle and boost. Select the target. Is a fast target, so he might be able to keep up. But see, I'm already 2 kilometers away from him, which at this range his weapons are pretty much ineffective and won't do much damage to my shields, as you can see from my shield power indicator. There's my point defense protecting me. Now at this point in time it'd be very easy for me just to continue my jump and jump to the next system, but what I'll do is I'll show you how shock mines work. Now I'll attempt to slow down, let him catch up with me so I can get these shock mines into position. You've got to really try to release them close to the target as possible, preferably under 1 kilometer. It doesn't look like he's wanting to catch up with me. Firing lots of missiles though. The point defense is definitely working. Here it go. This is crazy. I don't think he's going to come close to me. It's going very slow. I think it's just staying at a distance and using his missiles. But my point defense seems to be protecting me quite well. No, is it coming a bit closer? Nah, that's... To hell with him. I'm getting out of here. Anyway, it gives you a good idea of what to do when you get into an interdiction. Basically, submit, full power to shields, boost, boost, jump. Now, if you can use mines, great. If not, well, just jump. Oh, well, that was extremely uneventful. I had 1 interdiction, pretty much nothing else. Anywho, we're here at our first drop-off. Let's sell this mission and collect our cash. Oh, this is my smuggle mission. So, there we go. Pretty easy. 3 million. Also helps my reputation a little bit. So what I'll do now is select my course for my next drop-off. Which would make that my next logical. So there you go, see, very close together. You're not having to dart around all around the bubble trying to make all your deliveries. They're usually pretty close together. I actually get one or two that are pretty much maybe 50 light years away from each other, but it's not often. Okay, to the next drop-off. Yay, another 5 million roughly. Okay, let's head to the next. Whoops. One. Okay, I'm at my final drop. Collect my mission. So there we go. I only had one interdiction, but sometimes it can be a bit more. Usually it's around about 2 or 3. On a bad day, I may get 5. It all depends. If I'm doing legal trade missions, probably only 1 or 2. But yeah, it all depends. It's very random. But if you're aligned to a power play faction, then you're going to get interdicted a hell of a lot more. So if you find that interdictions are just becoming too much, it's probably because you're aligned to a power play faction. Anyway, I shall wrap this up and I'll leave you with my final comments. Long-range smuggling and legal trade missions are possibly one of the best ways to earn credits quickly. Armed with a little bit of knowledge, the right loadout and some patience doing long sequence of jumps, and you can start to buy bigger and bigger ships and haul even more cargo. Just remember, set up your ship properly and be ready to increase your faction reputation once you get to your destination. Also, practice your interdiction checklist until it becomes second nature. And if you're smuggling, be careful of system security scans, as you can lose an entire shipload of missions if the mission parameters include those conditions. Now, this video doesn't cover 100% of all aspects of long-range smuggling and trading. It's designed to give you the basics on how to get started. Use common sense and balance your greed with your ship's capabilities and skill level. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, then please hit that like button and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out my other videos if you have the time. This is Vindicator Jones signing off, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you out there in the big black.